What's up? It's your boy Carcino here, and let's talk about it. Now, everyone has their reasons for a lot of different things that they want to do, talk about, say, plot, whatever. But I've been seeing everybody, it's Isaiah Thomas' birthday, and everybody else is celebrating. They using this as an opportunity to keep themselves relevant during a pandemic. Ain't that something? Now here comes Charles Barkley, come running his mouth, trying to kiss up to Michael Jordan. Now Charles was right about Draymond and everything else, but how dare you talk about when you play Detroit? You gotta make sure you check with your family and tell them because you don't know if you're gonna come back home. They were out to hurt you. Oh my God. Really? Really, Charles? See, this is once again what I tell you. This is once again what I was telling you. See, people try to rewrite their history. I tell you the truth. They tell you a version that makes them look good. Now everybody else is choir boys. Michael Jordan tells you a story that makes him look like he was the angel and on wings when he was the biggest a-hole. People who met him throughout the years be like, I thought he was gonna be a nice guy, and he was just a straight a-hole. Yeah, that's Michael, right? But now all of a sudden, because it's Isaiah Thomas, who's everybody has met and said, man, this guy's been phenomenal. Every basketball player you've ever known, this guy, like Dennis Rodman said, this guy came out of his house, left his family behind to come look after me. Because he knew that this guy here, somebody need to look after him. And he's been there since day one. He's the only one that cared about Dennis Rodman's well-being as a human being. Michael Jordan just needed him to help him win a championship. He didn't care about Dennis. He didn't care nothing about what Dennis does. But Jordan is the good guy. And Isaiah's the villain. Right? And here comes Charles Barkley said, these guys were out to hurt you. Really, Charles? You see, they taking advantage over the fact that you guys were not born when all of this stuff was going down. So you don't know what all was said and what all was provided when it was winning time, when it was time to get things done. Now, Rick Mahorn was traded to the Vancouver Grizzlies in an expansion draft, breaking up the Detroit Pistons, right? The Philadelphia 76ers made a move to get Rick Mahorn. Rick Mahorn is known as the biggest enforcer of the Detroit Pistons. Matter of fact, him and Bill Laimbeer are the founders of the Bad Boy Pistons. They brought it to existence. They brought the attitude to life. So now, after we win an NBA championship, the NBA decided to punish the Detroit Pistons and separate Rick Mahorn from the team during the middle of the celebration. How rude is that? Then To top it all off, to make matters even worse, what do? Charles Barkley get Rick Mahorn on his team. And they become Thump and Bump. So Thump and Bump, what was that? That's not out to hurt people, Charles? Thump and Bump? What did you guys do? You guys used to go out and beat people up, right? According to you, y'all were the most physical bruising team in the league, right? You won the Atlantic Division. You beat the Detroit Pistons 3 times out of 4 that year, which led to the big brawl. Thump and Bump. But this team was out to hurt you. You forgot what y'all did to Michael Jordan? Thump and Bump? Huh? But I guess you forgot about all that, huh? It's funny how the Pistons are dirty, but once everybody else, they always go after to get Detroit Piston players and try to rewrite history. Oh no, he's not dirty now because he's with us. He's a good guy now. Get your good guy, dawg. Oh my gosh. I mean, I don't blame the people. I don't blame y'all because y'all don't know any better. I blame ESPN. I blame all these other sports analysts who call themselves analysts who report this and don't have any rebuttal back. They have a bigger platform than the people that actually know what's going on. So that's the major problem that I'm having with all of the nonsense I've been hearing is that it's not been enough people around to defend it. So not only that, Lambeer and Barkley that year, what was that? The next year, they did a movie together. They got a cameo in the movie Hot Shots, where they reenact their brawl that they had just a year prior. But they were out to hurt you. But yeah, here y'all are doing movies together. Charles, you gotta cut it out, man. I know what you're doing. Y'all want to rewrite history. Everybody who's listening right now, listen, this is the truth. Everybody in the NBA played physical. Okay? It was the era that you were in. It was physical. You couldn't come in the paint. The big guys would knock you to the ground. They had a no layup rule, no dunk rule. You couldn't showboat. You'll get laid out. This was a man's game. You ain't had nobody taking guys' legs from under them and bridging them. They weren't doing that. They were just tough. The Detroit Pistons was a smart, cerebral team. They had defensive schemes and offensive schemes. They mostly focused defense first, offense second. And they were very good at what they did. Believe me, if they weren't good, people wouldn't try to acquire all the players that was on the team. They wanted to acquire them because they were good. They wanted to know all the secrets. How are they this good? You don't win NBA championships by beating people up. It don't happen. You have to be good. You don't go to 3 straight NBA finals just being a team that beat up other people. No, you have to be good. You're looking at a team that was in 6 straight Eastern Conference finals. Put some respect on their name. I mean, we supposed to root for the underdog. We supposed to root for the have-nots. We supposed to, and champion guys who come from the ground up and win, not try to tear them down. Well, we expect the other side to do that, but we supposed to know better. These guys reinvented the whole NBA, not just the Detroit city of Detroit. They revolutionized the league. They forced the league to grow up. Their star player, who's the best player in the universe, was the president of their players commission, of the players union rather. Put some respect on their names. Y'all voted that Isaiah stay president, so put some respect on the man's name. Quit trying to tarnish this man's legacy, because I guarantee you one thing: you can't take it away. No matter how hard you try, no matter how more you guys cry and whine, it ain't happening. It ain't happening, bruh. You're taking away nothing. Bad boys for life.